So Julianne, you always consistently pick such artful and thought-provoking projects, and this one is no exception.
Thank you.
What attracts you to a script, and what drew you to this one?
Well, story. I really like narratives, so it's not always just the character. It's really kind of where they are in this narrative. In this case, it was kind of both, though, too, because I did think it was beautifully written, but I also really wanted to play a rock star.
Yeah.
That I'd never done.
Sure.
That was completely new to me and kind of a big challenge.
One of the themes in the novel, and one that seems to resonate in the film as well, is that Henry James kind of saw society as becoming too decadent and corrupt. Did you view your character, Susanna, as an archetype for people who can't be bothered to live responsible lives?
Well, I don't know that I saw her as an archetype. I mean, because if you have to make something really personal to make it universal.
Sure,
but hopefully she is personally enough drawn that people can kind of see that in her. She's someone who is unwilling or unable to truly parent. She's not able to put her daughter's needs ahead of her own, not able to have a relationship with anybody, except only through her music. I mean, that's really what it is. So she's chosen her career and her art or whatever over having an authentic human relationship, and she sort of understands that. You see her kind of ignoring it, her inability, until the very end of the movie, where she kind of acknowledges what she is, which is kind of sad.
Now, Onata was amazing in this film. She was spectacular. What was it like working with her?
It was a pleasure. She's such a lovely little girl. She's really bright and curious and present and loving and trusting, and was excited to be there, and very easy to work with. And I always tried to make it as comfortable for her as possible, and I wanted to make sure she felt safe and was having fun. But she really is an extraordinary young actress.
What was it like working with David and Scott, and how are they different from directors that you've worked with in the past?
It's interesting. People always ask me about teams of directors, and is that unusual? And I've actually worked with like 4 teams already, so it's not unusual anymore. The guys who did Crazy Stupid Lover team, the Coen brothers, I work with some Swedish directors, so I'm kind of comfortable with partnerships, and they seem to kind of divvy up the work of directing rather well. I think they write it together, they plan it together, they have defined roles on the set, and they have really an extraordinary partnership. It's interesting to watch them work together.
You have been in a number of film adaptations of great works of literature, and I was just curious, is there a novel that you've read in the past that you've been like, wow, I really would love to act in an adaptation of this?
Do you know what I wanted to do with Sister Carrie? But I'm too old now. But yeah, for years I wanted to do Sister Carrie, and I think someone was doing an adaptation of it, but I don't know what happened to it. But I do think that would be kind of an amazing, I think it's an amazing part for somebody.
Yeah, exactly, sure.
Yeah.
Well, Julianne, thanks so much. The film was fantastic. It was good to see you.
Thanks. Nice to see you.